Ideal or intent, wish or purpose, desire or aspire, contemplate or concentrate, proposal or purpose. There's two kinds of wishes, or two kinds of hope. There's the hope that's a wish, and then there's the hope that has a clear-cut picture. Two kinds of hope. I'm sitting in Moat Park in Maidstone, Kent, at the leisure centre, waiting for Jessie to finish swimming. And somebody asked about hope. And I thought I would address it specifically tonight and answer that question. What hope works? What kind of hope works? And you see, we can have an ideal or we can have an intent. The focus is different. We can have a wish or a purpose. We can have a desire or we can aspire. We can contemplate or we can concentrate. There can be a proposal or there can be purpose. And the first words are all sort of more passive. But the other side is active words, action words, initiative words. And there's two kinds of hopes. There's the hope that's a dream, that's a wish. And then there's the hope that has a clear-cut picture that instills confidence and perseverance, that instills resilience, that presses for change. One requires action, confidence, planning, change. The one is internal, the other is external. The one requires action, but the other one is dormant. The one requires confidence, but the other one is reluctance. The one is planning, and the other one is passive. The one is change, the other one is unsure. The one is internal, and the one is external. To have hope that moves you forward, to have hope that brings change, to have hope that aspires and has intent and has concentration, and a hope that's a real purpose and has a real mission, is a hope that's infused with action. It's a hope that doesn't wait for something to happen. You need to make your hope happen. You need to make your destiny. Somebody said you cannot predict your destiny, but you can create it. You cannot predict your future, but you can create a future by taking action, by planning, by having purpose, clear purpose, the kind of purpose that takes you through, the kind of hope, that endures every trial, that endures every kind of symptomatic contradiction. It presses through. But it requires something. It requires you to predict it. To create it. It requires you to take action. It requires you to press. But this hope, this purpose, requires that you never quit, that you never give up, that you never stop believing, that you never yield your destiny to the need of others, to what others need, and needing others. Now, this destiny, this sense of purpose, this hope is so clear that you're prepared to take action with or without others coming with you. You need to find your purpose and fulfill it. Live it. Believe it. Now listen, when you begin to take action from inside out, not from the outside in, but from the inside out, from internal to the external. The hope that is passive, the hope that is reluctant, moves from the external to the internal. It's waiting for security to come because of the external functioning properly. But we need to get the order right. Is when it comes from inside, when it comes from internal, when it's established from within, when it begins to drive and inspire, when it begins to set the passion within you, when it establishes a belief system within you. When you find that purpose and you begin to live it, believe it, and you begin to fulfill it, your purpose will, your strategy will align who, what, and where. It will align what you need. When you focus on the valuable, the precious comes. When you focus on the purpose, the people come. That's what we need to understand. Everything begins to align with the purpose that the Creator has set inside of you. When you align with that purpose and you begin to map out that purpose and you begin to walk in, believe, and work towards fulfilling that purpose, then the pressure, when you value that purpose, when you value its outcome, when you value the contribution that purpose brings, that is the hope that is unfading. That is the hope that endures everything. That is the hope that doesn't shake. Because that then begins to order your world. That then begins to draw the precious, the people, the promise to you. Focus on the hope that has purpose. The destiny will come. The change will come. And the reward will come. Oftentimes, we've been through so many experiences and so many hurts and disappointments and disillusionments. We are afraid to believe again. We're afraid to step out, and we're afraid to establish a hope like that. Well, what happens if it doesn't come to pass? Hey, I've been there. But that's when we need to say, I believe in the purpose. I'm going to take action on the purpose. We need to clarify our big picture. Clarify your big picture. Clarify your strategy and then begin to take action. Start with you. Start with the internal shifts and changes, not external. Move to the external adaptations and changes after you've changed on the inside. Don't leave it to fate. Don't leave it to the universe. Don't leave it to others. You'll wait forever. You have the power to begin now. It's never too late. It's never too late. Start now. Hold yourself accountable. Get feedback from those around you. Ask them. Go to people around them and say, what's one thing that I could do to be better at what I do? What's one thing that I could do better to be a better me? Not based upon past, not based upon, my history, but right now, what advice would you give me to be better? And take it. Don't be afraid to get the feedback and say, thank you, I received that. Don't judge it. Don't measure it. Take it and say, what can I learn from this? What changes can I make? And it starts with a little change, with one thing. One thing. Start with one thing. The thing that stares you in the face the biggest, change that. Change you. Then you begin to take steps on the outside. Strategy begins internal, not external. Hope is accomplished from the inside out. Purpose begins from the inside out. If you want hope that brings change, if you want purpose that makes contribution, then start right here, right now, today. Two kinds of hope. One is passive, one is active. Begin today. Take steps to fulfill your purpose and see your hope come to pass. That's the thought I want to leave with you tonight. I hope you got something out of this. If it's spoken to you, give me a like or share it. If you think somebody needs this, tag them. Just tag them in it and say, hey, have a listen to this, because this will encourage you. Because, people need encouragement. People need steps to take to start moving into changing their world. Don't become depressed and disillusioned and disappointed. Believe in your purpose. Believe in that hope again. Take a step and move in the right direction. Well, that's from me. Have a good evening. Cheers.